Good enough. Hello. Oh. How am I feeling? I'm feeling alright. I'm better than I was. Depending on time of the day, I think. I wasn't having much pain earlier, now I'm having a bit of pain again, and I know when I go to lay down it's how bad it's going to be, and I'm not looking forward to it. Hence it being 11 a.m. and I'm going live now. Because I'm not looking forward to laying down in any way, shape, or form. I finally get laid down and it hurts so bad, and I finally get the covers over me and I'm about in tears, and I finally just very, very shallow breaths until the pain stops. Then after a few minutes I pass out, I think, because the pain subsiding, and it knocks me the fuck out. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. At least that's what happened throughout the night when I would wake up, have to go to the restroom, go back, lay down. And then finally, after a while, like, I think it might have been 9:30 this morning, I woke up and I didn't have any pain hardly at all, but now it's like, I don't know, it was like that most of the day, and now it's like this again. But hopefully, tomorrow will be another day, and hopefully I'll feel even better. I'm sure I will. Just gonna take time, and maybe it's just reminding me, hey, you're not healed, don't do anything you shouldn't be doing, because I have this habit. Not yet, I gotta get some still. I'm gonna order some. I have this habit on when I start feeling physically better. I have this habit on, okay, my brain works like this. Okay, now I can do whatever I used to. Now I can start working out again. Now I can do this. And so my body doing this, I think it's trying to remind me, no, you're not healed. Just because we let up on the pain does not mean you can go work out and do all that shit. So, but I guess it's normal to, go from excruciating pain to hardly any pain. But it doesn't mean that it's not going to be the excruciating pain again. I looked it up. So, yeah, that's where I'm at now. So yeah, but I've learned how to get up where it's the most minimal pain possible getting up when I get up in bed, get up from laying down, or how I lay down, whatever's minimal, the least amount of pain, the better I am. Sorry, I did some broccoli before I did the Lord's lettuce before I came on here. Yeah. Now, coughing, that's a whole other situation in itself, because when I feel like I have to cough, I would just do my best to clear my throat a lot instead of coughing. It takes a while, but it finally does it. It sucks. But I'm gonna have to learn how to do things differently than I usually do. I did tell my landlord, so she said if I need anything to let her know. That kind of thing. I know. So yeah, tomorrow I'll order a heating pad and some ice packs. I do have a couple from the hospital where you crush them and that's when they get cold or whatever. I do have a couple of those I haven't used yet. You know. But this is not fun. I learn as I go along. Learning as I go along. It's not every day you fracture your ribs and get rib contusions from tying your goddamn shoes. But evidently, having osteopenia, it's not that surprising. Especially if you've had prior injuries like this. You know, it's amazing. Both sides of my body have had prior injuries. The same. And they said it could be from when I was a child. I just bent over to tie my shoes about almost a week ago while I was sitting on my bed. And I fractured my ribs and got rib contusions. Yeah, he told me that they didn't heal properly, obviously. Yeah, so today was the first time. It was very minimal pain. But yeah. Yeah, so next couple months I'm not really going to be doing much of anything, even no matter how well I start feeling. This is about all I'm going to do. Sit on my couch, walk around the house, go to the doctors, drop off the books at the library eventually. Just not right now. And I'm just gonna have to have overdue unless somebody can take them in for me. Because I'm not supposed to lift anything or anything like that, so now I'm trying to figure out, because I'm not gonna be able to really cook, till I heal, which he said could take up to 2 months. So now I gotta figure out things to order to have delivered from the grocery store that are just quick, simple, easy. I can just, put it in the microwave or something where I don't have to cut it up or anything like that. Basically, probably frozen foods that are not heavy to lift, because I'm not supposed to lift anything heavy either. How you feeling, Gwendolyn, from your surgery? Well, I went over about a week ago. I sat on the bed. Oh, I was wearing that shapewear too that I promoted. The shapewear I promoted. Yeah. I sat on the bed, bent over to tie the shoes. My ribs got fractured and I have rib contusions. Yes. Yeah, it's these are the discharge papers for rib fracture, rib contusion. Discharge instructions for rib fracture, discharge instructions for rib contusion. And that was on the 28th. Said it could take me 1 to 2 months to heal. I had to tell him multiple times I'm safe. And evidently it's that bad that he thought I was being abused. He examined me the one time. Then after the x-rays came back, he examined me about another 5 times. He kept repeatedly asking me if I was safe. And even after telling him multiple times, I live alone, I'm safe, I'm single, I don't know what the fuck. And he still wanted to call the social worker. I'm safe, I live by myself. Yeah. It says what you will need is an ice pack and a chest binder if advised by your doctor. Yeah, just for bending over and tying my shoe. That's all I did. But see, I have the same problem on my right side, where sometimes I would bend over to get the laundry out of the washer when it came up to here on me into my chest, and I would re-injure it all the time. I never got it checked out, nothing like that. But yeah, I keep re-injuring old fractures that I never healed from. So just curiously, I asked, because I've been physically abused, but none of my exes ever did anything to my ribs. So I asked him, could it be from childhood abuse? And he said absolutely, it could be. So it's very interesting to me that it's on both sides of my body. And the fact that I have osteopenia is why it's so bad and why it looks so bad. And why I was able to fracture it just from tying my shoes. So, now, for the next 2 months, I gotta change the way I'm not gonna be able to really cook. And, so I'm trying to figure out before my food stamps come to where I'm going to order what I'm going to order, what type of foods I'm going to be eating for that amount of time. Because clearly, not supposed to lift anything, not supposed to lean that way, not supposed to twist, not supposed to avoid the following until you're healed: vigorous coughing, pressing or putting pressure on your ribs, bending or twisting your body, such as in sports or golf, like golf or bowling. I don't do either one. I bent down to tie my damn shoe. So that's fun. But yes. I don't think he believed that I did it from tying my shoe. Most people wouldn't. Because it sounds, how the fuck do you break your ribs and do that type of damage just by bending over and tying your shoe? Well, when you're wearing shapewear and then you have previous injuries and never healed properly, and you have osteopenia, that would do it. So, I'll be alright. I'll be alright. Just gotta... I'm gonna do things differently the next few months. For the next few months. So. Yeah, so much fun. Today was the first time I was in, like, the least amount of pain since this happened. And now it's hurting. But not like it did this morning. I woke up originally. Alright. Do a lot of the Lord's lettuce and, you know, ibuprofen and, kind of alternating every 3 hours. So that's how I'm doing. As of now. And I see the doctor on the 18th of August. So I've been seeing some videos as of late. Can somebody please tell me what the craze is about these goddamn Labubu's? I'm trying to understand it. But all I'm getting from it is memories of how, of the 90s when Beanie Babies were the big obsession. Everybody was buying these Beanie Babies, wasting fucking money on these, beating each other up on over goddamn Beanie Babies, thinking that they were going to be worth a shit ton of money eventually. People went bankrupt over goddamn Beanie Babies. That's all this shit is again. Before I came live, I saw a woman, and I was going to address the video in a nice way, until I read the comments. There was one in particular that, it wasn't that comment, but it was the way she responded. Okay? The way she responded. The person's commented, not me trying to figure out how I'm going to pay rent so I don't go homeless. Her response was fairly familiar from back in the 90s, what they would say. When it came to these goddamn Beanie Baby things. That sounds like a you problem. And then, I watched the whole video a couple times because I couldn't believe what I saw the first time. Evidently, she did not know what unboxing meant. Okay, because she opened the box. Brand new box, opened the box. There was a drawstring bag inside. She pulled that out. The beanie, and I say Beanie Baby, but this Labubu. Happy or some shit. So after she was done unboxing it, because that's what unboxing is, she threw a goddamn temper tantrum. What the fuck is this? What the hell is this? This is an unboxing, blah blah blah, and seriously crying, okay, crying, or people that are obsessed with it, I don't even know how much these damn things cost, but I'm guessing a lot of money. Are these fucking Labubu shit, is that expensive? Because that's what it's seeming like. How much are these things costing people? And why the fuck is the obsession over them? At least the Beanie Babies were cute. These things I first saw, I'm like, what the fuck is that shit? And it's no, like, people like what they like, great. But to throw a temper tantrum because you didn't get the one you wanted, or because, and these are grown-ass adults doing this shit, they're temper tantrums because they unbox it, they don't like the one they got, so they throw a temper tantrum. Evidently, Natalie Wood, I saw a video of Natalie Woods throwing a temper tantrum. Or not Natalie Woods, why did I call her Natalie Woods? Natalie Reynolds. That was weird. Natalie Reynolds threw a temper tantrum over this goddamn Labubu. She didn't get the one she wanted, so she threw a temper tantrum. What in the fuck? I don't get. And all I can see that it does is it hooks onto something, right? That's all it is. We're back to the Beanie Baby shit. And I understand back in the day nobody knew any better, right? Hello. Back in the day, nobody knew better. Everybody thought that Beanie Babies at one point would be worth money. I know the people I lived with that, they think that keeping the McDonald's Happy Meal toys and in the original plastic and everything would be worth something. They still have them. They still have them. It's just taking up space. I don't get it. The only thing that ever is worth any money in the long run is baseball cards, sports memorabilia, but people think that I don't understand it. The shit ain't gonna be worth no money. It's gonna be like, again, the Beanie Babies. But at least the Beanie Babies were cute. And there's places you can still buy them brand new. Like gas stations. When you're out, well, yeah, Princess Diana, memorabilia from, like, musicians and people like Princess Diana, sports memorabilia. Not fucking toys like this. Not fucking, like, again, Beanie Babies. I don't know what all the hype about these goddamn Lagubus is, but, hey. I don't think I'll ever understand it. It kind of almost reminds me of a movie I saw one time. Actually, probably a couple times. That's when a movie comes to mind. Y'all never seen the movie Halloween? The Halloween series? Y'all seen the third one, Halloween Season of the Witch? It wasn't about Michael Myers. Somehow it got thrown into the Halloween series. Where all these the kids had to have these masks, but they were all made by this company. And when anybody wore the mask at the stroke of midnight on Halloween or some shit like that, whatever demonic thing was put into the mask would then take over whoever's wearing it. Yeah, whoever was wearing the mask that came from this company, that's how they would turn into. Kind of reminds me of that an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer too. They would buy these costumes off this, the character's name was Ethan Rain, and the spell would take place, go into effect on Halloween, and then whoever bought their costumes from him turned into whatever they dressed up as. Like Xander thought he was in the military. Willow turned into a ghost. Buffy turned into some damsel in distress from the 1800s, back when Angel was alive, And then there's other horror movies like that one, that's a B-rated movie. Something to do with the toys, though. Puppet Master. I don't know, just these, I've seen all kinds of toys, and no toy has ever made me stop and think about like this before. Because I do see it, and I have seen the face, and I'm like, what is the attraction with that? That's like a what the fuck is this shit? Because I don't understand it. They're not cute, but people think they are. Oh, excuse me. The Labubus are not cute in any way, shape, or form, but people seem to think they are, and I'm not sure why. Why do people think those things are cute? The face of it looks like out of the book Where the Wild Things Are. That's the best way the monsters from Where the Wild Things Are. It's kind of what they look like. With the smile, the teeth. I don't know, I don't know. But you know what I mean? It kind of looks like that. It's fucking weird. Because they're not, I'm still trying to figure out the obsession over them, and why people think they're cute. And then fake ones being sold. People getting mad and upset because they get fake ones. It's like a goddamn toy. But not really a toy because you can't do shit with it. It's like a keychain ornament. That's all it is. But an ugly one at that. I'm sorry, it's ugly. The only appealing thing is maybe the colors. But I don't get it. I don't. It makes no fucking sense to me. But there might very well be something about these Labubus that are not exactly, not in any way, shape, or form good. But if that's the case, it's not going to be known till it's too late. It'll be a while before it ever comes out that it is. If in fact it is. And the problem with doing that is people want to distract themselves. Yes, and I get that. But when you do that, it doesn't solve anything and things just get worse. instead of doing something about it or trying to change things. You bury your head in the sand and distract yourself with stupid shit like Labubu's. Um, you know, that doesn't make anything better. It just makes things worse because while you're obsessing on these goddamn things, whether it be Labubu's or something else, things in the world are getting worse, and especially in this country. And then by the time you realize how bad it actually is, it's too fucking late, and you're in some prison somewhere. And then you're asking yourself, how the fuck did I let it? How the fuck did this happen? Why didn't I do something? Oh, that's right, because my dumbass was distracted by these goddamn fucking ugly Labubus. That's right about it. Quite honestly, it's pathetic. It's sad. But yeah, things are not gonna get any better with people burying their head in the sand, becoming obsessed over these goddamn Labubus, wasting their money on it. That why would you waste your money on it? I mean, to each his own, But I'm sorry. I would never. I mean, obviously people collect things and people can get whatever the fuck they want with their money. That's neither here nor there. But they want to be hateful as shit and respond to people like, oh, that's a you problem when someone says, not me trying to figure out how I'm going to pay rent so I don't end up homeless. That's where I have a problem. And then you want to throw a temper tantrum like a child because you don't know what unboxing means. Oh, sorry. Just a little bit of pain, that's all. But the thing is, they throw like this woman threw a temper tantrum. I don't know if it's because it's not the one she wanted. She opened the box, pulled the damn ugly thing out, opened the drawstring bag, was all excited about it until she opened it and took it out. Once she saw it, that's when she started throwing the temper tantrum and crying and all this about what did I just waste my money on? And how much are these Labubu things? Because there's things in this world that you can buy that are cheaper than goddamn Labubus, probably, that you'll enjoy more. Me, of course, people would say what I want to spend my money on is a waste of money, right? What I would like to spend my money on if I could is like a Super Nintendo. You know, that's my enjoyment. Video games. I've played them a long time. Yeah, they waste their money. They get the Stanley Boo Boo again. Again, what did I say it was like? Beanie Babies. Only they were cute. So people they order the Labubus, don't know what the fuck one they're getting. Because it's closed in a box. You can't see what's on the box. It doesn't say what's in there. Right? So they hope to get the one they really, really want. And when they open it and they see it's not the one they really, really wanted, they start acting like children and throwing temper tantrums and crying over not getting the one they wanted. And these are grown ass adults. These are grown ass adults. Okay? I don't understand it. I will never understand being a grown ass adult. You want to buy you want to waste your money on these boo boo things or anything like that. Okay, more power to you. But when you don't get the one you want to throw a temper tantrum like a 2-year-old or a 3-year-old or a child. Period, because you did not get the little boo boo you wanted. And you're an adult that should know how the world works. And you know for a fact that you're not going to know what one you're getting until you get it and you open it. Because it never says which one it is on the box. But for some reason, everybody that gets these goddamn things opens it, is upset because it's not the one they wanted, and then they say they wasted their money on it. And throw temper tantrums and cry. Is it just me? Am I the problem here? Because I don't understand it. Is it just me? Because please tell me if it's just me. Because I'm trying to understand why grown ass fucking adults are throwing temper tantrums over spending their money on this goddamn ugly thing, and then getting mad, throwing temper tantrums and crying when they don't get the one they want. When it says on the box clearly, according to everyone, it's a surprise which one you're getting, but you want to act like a child when you're in your 30s, 40s, 50s, whatever. You buy it, and then you open it, and it's not the one you fucking want. Even though you know good and goddamn well when you bought it, you don't know which one you're fucking getting. And then when you see it's not the one you want, you throw a fucking temper tantrum and say, "What did I waste my money on?" and blame it on something else because you don't want people to know that you're being childish as fuck because you didn't get the one you actually wanted. You want people to think it's for some other reason, like the company scammed you or some shit like that, and they never did. But you want to blame it on that, even though it's your dumbass who bought it thinking, "Oh, I'm going to get the one I want," when it clearly you know you're not. There's no guarantee of which one you're going to fucking get. But you want to throw a temper tantrum blaming the company. Saying it's fake or whatever the fuck. Or that you were, what do you call that? Scammed into buying it or whatever the fuck it is. Grow the fuck up. It's a fucking ugly ass toy. There's real world problems. And then there are the people that do that and continuously buy them, not thinking that when the time comes when they have to pay bills, they're not going to have money for their bills because they wasted money on this stupid shit. Like I said, Beanie Babies, that happened back then. I know people who collected them and bought them all up and everything else, and they're still sitting in their attic or in a fucking room or something in a box. Like this isn't me. I'm dead ass serious. Like it for me. I mean, I will never understand the appeal of the Labubu thing. Maybe if it looked like Gizmo from the Gremlins, then I'd be like, alright, that thing's cute. No. I still love Gizmo from the Gremlins. But like, I don't. Just like people kept their CDs because they think that they would be worth something in the long run. Just like people keep in records because they think they're going to be worth something in the long run. They have records now coming out again. You know. The whole collector's shit. I don't understand. Like, I understand collecting sports memorabilia. Things about, like, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, that kind of thing. Not toys. Not like this whole movie show, I'm sorry. And that's what I don't understand. Why the fuck do you feel like... I've never understood trends. I'm like... That's so fucking bullshit. I've never done any trends. I've never... Like, back in the day, girls wanted to dress up in a certain, all the fashion was midriffs and, like, in the 90s, right? Midriffs and flare bottom jeans or some shit, right? I dug the jeans. I wore the jeans, I'm not gonna lie. But there would be times, because I was on like 140, 150 pounds, had an ED. And yeah, there would be times where I would wear it because, that's all the rave and everything, but I was so uncomfortable wearing them. That wasn't me. Like, I don't get it. And now because I'm now starting to see this whole craze thing about appearances again. Like they had in the 80s and 90s, where it was, you have to be thin, you have to be stick figure, you have to be thin, right? And on here, even I did the whole shapewear thing, and I was doing all that shit, the cleanse and all this shit. It's like we're going back in time with this shit. What the fuck are we doing? Did we all forget how unhealthy it was? Having the best fat on your body, meat on your, whatever you want to call it. Being a certain size, everybody is human, okay? This whole fad about being thin and how much weight we can lose and having the perfect body and all this shit, it's so fucking goddamn unhealthy. Like, I tried the cleanse thing. You know what the doctor told me? Don't do it. The 15-day cleanse. Don't do cleanses like that because it will affect your health. There's another weight loss supplement that I took for 2 days that I have to promote still because it was a free sample. Don't do that. Because I was sick for the days I took it. I felt so sick. These are not good for you. And then the body shaming and everything else. Fuck that shit. And I think maybe me ending up with fracturing my ribs and that, it was supposed to happen because of the way I was getting with, like, I overdo it. Doing the ab machine 100 count. And I'm 220 pounds. I'm pulling, it's one of those you gotta pull your weight. I'm doing 100 of those a day, plus the vibration plate, plus all the other shit. They're just fucking fads, and then we end up making ourselves sick and injuring ourselves and things like that. Why are we who are we trying to impress? Why are we trying to impress everybody? Yeah, I was at the point where I wanted to, and I said it multiple times, I wanted to have the perfect body by October. Because that's when I'm going to Wings and Wishes, being around, whatever. Or I want to have the perfect body for when I see Frankie again. Here's the thing, I'm madly in love with Frankie, everybody knows that. But the only thing is, if he feels the same way about me, if he is going to be with me, it's going to be because of who I am as a person, not my fucking looks, not what size I am, nothing like that. I'm not going to kill myself trying to become the perfect body or whatever. Because there are certain reasons why some people cannot lose weight. Some people, what I mean, like health issues, medications are on, whatever. God made you the way you're supposed to be. And for anyone who wants the perfect body and all this shit, right? That's what causes EDs. Go watch Karen Carpenter. Does nobody remember Karen Carpenter? Eugenia Kuhn. To be quite honest, the shapewear shit is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for anybody to wear that shit. You wear that shit and it, squeezes you to form you in a certain body shape, right? Do you know what that does to your internal organs? All for what? Appearances? People, you're willing to go through all this shit, and I'm talking about me too, willing to go through all this shit to look perfect and be perfect, or what we see as perfect. And why? And for other people to where other people see us as perfect. Why? We're all fucking human. It's normal to want to eat. It's not normal to want to starve yourself. It's not normal to put yourself through and put your body through hell to try and become what you think is perfect in your mind. That's body dysmorphia. When people are willing to take these diet fads, these diet pills, and everything else, wear these foreign objects, body shapers, waist trainers, all this shit, put their bodies through hell, do these shots to lose the weight. Why? Why? Who the fuck are you trying? Why be that way? And when I say eating is normal, I don't mean overeating where you're eating a package of hot dogs for a stick either. I'm talking about it's normal to want to eat 3 times a day or 6 well meals a day. That's normal. Eating regular food, that's normal. Starving yourself is not normal. I will never use any waist shaper again. I will never How the fuck is this hate speech? So now because what I'm saying evidently that's for whoever is recording me for hate speech, this is not hate speech. You might want to go back to school and learn. Please explain to me how what I was just saying is any type of hate speech. I'll wait. Because there's only 15 people on here. So me saying it's normal to want to eat. It's normal to that. Oh, come on now. I'm trying to think. Jesus Christ. That irritates the fuck out of me. Where I'm trying to get women and young girls to see you don't have to be like that. Don't put yourself through hell to impress other people. Diet, exercising, yeah, that's normal. Not like, someone had said, they lost 85 pounds on, and that's great. You did it for yourself. And if you're like heavier or whatever, because I used to weigh 276 pounds, okay, I get it. If you're like that, that's one thing. Yeah, do what you gotta do to lose weight. But if you're 100 whatever pounds, or whatnot, and everybody should, want to be whatever makes you happy. But the whole shapewear thing and doing these diet fads, it's not good. Yeah, I'm talking about like when it gets to when you're a certain size and you think that you need to be perfect and you continuously go down this road that makes it worse and worse for your health. I don't know if I'm making sense. But it seems that I have to just buy my P's and Q's because people don't know the difference of trying to teach the people some shit and hate speech. You should go to school. Exactly. When people are trying to lose weight for their health, it is one thing. When you're trying to be in the perfect shape of your fucking life, stop. Because you can end up making yourself very sick in the hospital, all this shit. I don't, somebody please explain to me where the whole... Exactly. I'm in my 40s. I'm not going to have a flat stomach, and I've been trying. I can't. And once you have kids, that's like not really a thing. Be happy with who you are. Now, everybody wants to be healthy and whatever. But there's going to excess where it will hurt you. Like when it came up that I had a warning for hate speech, it's like, that's why I'm sitting here, I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck hate speech. And then girls seeing the models and that, like back in the day, the things that have been said about women in the industry too. Britney Spears, Jessica Simpson, Christina Aguilera, Kelly Clarkson. The list goes on, and if they are not the perfect size, whatever, size 0, it seems, then they get the worst shit gets said about them. Oh, now my problem with society is double standards. See, it seems that men, guys, can weigh whatever they want, eat whatever they want, do whatever the fuck they want, wear whatever they want, and nothing. Not have the backlash like women do. Sleep with whoever they want. That's completely acceptable. Women do anything remotely close to what a guy does. Then they get the most derogatory things said about them. It's not right. It pisses me the fuck off. I don't understand. No, it is my air conditioner. See, yeah, the whole double standards thing. Women have to look perfect, but men can look like slobs. And we're supposed to accept the bare minimum. And women are torn down so much that they believe the bullshit that's said to them. You know? Like, a guy will hit on a woman and everything else, not know how to take no for an answer. When she says, no, I'm not interested or whatever, then he starts calling her all this bullshit like, you fucking blah, 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 I wasn't interested in you, blah, blah, blah. Really? Because you sat at her table without being invited. And you even tried, I mean, I've seen videos where women and young women in that are being followed and chased during the day by these fucking weird ass motherfuckers who don't know how to take no for an answer. No, stop, leave me alone, stop fucking following me. And dudes are getting more brazen. It's like you're trying to take women during broad daylight where there's a bunch of people around. Learn how to take no for a goddamn answer. Women, learn self-defense. I saw a video where this one girl was doing a review of this place. Dude comes, sits down next to her, or down at her table, and we're conditioned to believe that we should not, we're not supposed to make a fuss. Oh, please, no, just leave me alone. Please, thank you. I'm not interested. No, get fucking loud. Get loud. Because this girl had one of those necklaces on where you press the thing and it tells your family and friends where you're located. And I get it, that's a good thing. Right, it's good to have. But learn self defense in case you have to protect yourself. And if you have to, get a concealed license where you can carry. Do what you gotta do to protect yourself. Get loud. Don't be quiet. Because these motherfuckers don't know how to take no for a goddamn answer. Get fucking loud. Make them think you're crazy. Because you get loud, they will leave you alone. You're quiet. No, thank you. No, don't make a fuss. Don't make a fuss, right? Make a big fucking fuss. Be as loud as you can be when men will not leave you alone. Because that will get them to leave you alone. It'll either scare them off or it will get people, and it'll get enough attention on you that they will either run away, or if they try anything, somebody's going to eventually step in and do something. There will be witnesses. Don't be silent. Don't stay silent. Don't be silent when someone is coming after you. Get fucking loud. Get fucking loud. When I was in West Palm Beach over New Year's Eve in 2022 to 2023, I ended up having to walk back where I was staying in the middle of the night, wearing shorts, a tank top, and a two-piece bathing suit underneath. My phone was dead. Middle of the night, West Palm Beach. By myself. Close to midnight. The only thing that saved me from being attacked or being taken was getting loud. Because I can guarantee you I would have been kidnapped if I did not. You have to get loud. Because when I stopped at a gas station to ask if I would, to make sure I was going the right way, this was 11:30 at night. And dude, when I come out, would not leave me alone. He's sniffing, you could tell he wants something. Let me tuck at you, let me tuck at you. No, I'm good, no, I'm good. And so finally he kept following me. I'm like, get out loud as I could. Leave me the fuck alone, you motherfucker. Oh, excuse me. I stopped at his track, stop following me. Get fucking loud, because that's what you gotta fucking do. They condition us into believing it's better if we don't make a fuss, and it's better when people wouldn't come do that. Don't make a fuss, right? Don't make a fuss. We're supposed to comply so we don't get hurt. No, make a fucking fuss, be as loud as you can fucking get. Scratch. Don't just sit there and take it, whatever they're gonna dish out to you. Fight back. Fight back. Because if something does happen to you, because if the person is going to do something, they're going to do something, whether you're loud or whether you're silent. If you're being attacked, whether you comply and just take it, there's chances where they will still do something to you in the end. So, be loud, fight back, leave your fingerprints everywhere. Because you want to make sure there's evidence. That way the perpetrator who hurt you doesn't get away with it. Most of all, again, be loud. Because if you're loud, the louder you are, the less likely something is going to happen to you. If somebody's going to, a guy tries to take a female, who's he going to try to take it at? Hello, I'm here. Who do you think the guy, if he's trying to take somebody because he's a creep, right? Who's he more likely to take? One that is quiet and doesn't make a scene? Or the one that fights back and is loud and screams and just makes as much noise as as she possibly can? Which one do you think he's going to take? The one that's quiet and doesn't make noise and doesn't make a scene, right? Be loud. And stop trying to make yourself look perfect for others. Do it for yourself. And if guys can't take no for an answer, make sure you're loud. They want to insult you, insult them right back. Women say, "That's alright, bitch, I did blah blah blah." I'd be like, "That's okay, I would rather have a man, not a boy who thinks he can." Or just if you ever feel, start playing that short song. Eeny, meeny, teeny, weeny, sure a little short, yeah. You know. And also remind yourself, because they say they shit to hurt you, right? In the long run, when do you tell them, no, you're not interested? Remind yourself when they're insulting you. They're only insulting you because you hurt their egos. Because they came up to bother you first. So, because they didn't get what they want to insult you and try and hurt your feelings of that. And for the love of God, these fucking videos where I've seen where guys are expecting, well, I spent this amount of money on you, the least you could do is do this. No, fuck you, dude. So if you go out on a date, make sure you have money for your own food and you have your own transportation. Don't let some random dude that you just met pick you up at your house. Don't let this dude pick you up at all. Meet at the fucking place unless you know this person. Meet at the restaurant. Meet at wherever you're going. Do not get in a car with some dude that you're going on a first date with. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. Times are getting very dangerous for women. You know? But honestly, it's always been like this. It's just now there's more talk about it because there's more technology. That's why. Yeah, I'm talking about the females I do date, the people that do date. This goes both ways. But I'm talking to the people that do date. Me, if I ever go on a date, it'll be with Frankie. That's it. But I'm also talking to the ones that where guys come up to you, start flirting with you, hitting on you, want your number, whatever, right? Scare the shit out of them. Because when you say you're not interested in whatnot, right, and they don't want to take no for an answer, then they start insulting you. Remember, they came up to you, not the other way around. You rejected them, so you hurt their feelings or whatever. So then they go and start saying bullshit about you. But keep in mind that they're the ones that came up to you, not the other way around, that they like to make you think in the long run. And they have a way of doing that. Guys are good at that. To spin it like like it's your loss, not theirs, and try and tear you down. That's what you say. GFY. Bless your heart, GFY. Have the day you deserve. Get the fuck out of my face. Don't put up with it and don't be quiet. Just they want to start running their mouths, run it back. I know a lot of women won't because they're afraid that the dude's gonna do something to hurt them. And I get that because people are crazy. Um, but try that shit with me. Try that shit with me. It's not gonna go well for you. Yeah. Besides, think about this. The words that they say, it's just fucking words. Motherfuckers don't even know you and they want to say bullshit about you after you reject them. That's what you say, well, that's a you problem, that's a personal opinion. Okay. Yeah. Just act like it doesn't bother you. It drives me crazy too. And that's not just with guys, that's with anybody that tries to get a reaction out of you and you don't give them the reaction they want, they get angrier and angrier. I had that problem with my daughter one time. I wasn't giving her the reaction she wanted because I started to, and then something told me, stay calm, they'll say the truth. So instead of getting worked up like I would have, so I don't let anybody talk to me any certain way. But this time in particular, I was just letting her run her mouth. And I wasn't giving her the reaction she wanted. She's like, and we got into the kitchen and I filled my drink and I was just being calm and knew what I was doing. She's like, you know what, fuck you. I just looked up like, oh, fuck you too. I started walking out of the kitchen. She picked up a package of Ritz crackers and threw them at me. Missed me by this much. She has good aim, she don't miss. But missed me about this much. Man alive. Yeah, when you stay calm too, and you show it doesn't bother you, they get angrier and angrier and angrier too. Excuse me. She was so angry that someone wasn't giving her the response she wanted. That she was so angry that she went in the bedroom, packed her suitcase, and took it and headed down the road. And I know it's bad that I'm laughing, but my daughter was an adult who used me. That's the truth. The truth is, the only reason she wanted me to be a part of her life was so she could get whatever she wanted out of me. And I'll go back to the original statement I made a long time ago. She could be very well one of the ones that have been part of the whole stalking this whole time, too. It's very plausible. It is what it is. Came to terms with that a long time ago. Would I love to have a relationship with my daughters? Yeah, both of them. Do I see that ever happening? Not so sure. But it is what it is. You know? The one thing she did say to me was, "Why can't you be a mom for once?" And this was after I would do everything for her, gave her everything she wanted, bent over backwards, when I say did everything, did everything. And this is as her being an adult, I did everything. Well, I'll be. Sandy, do you know you have somebody on here? Oh, you do. I was like, do you know somebody using your name? Shit. See, this may make me sound like a cold-hearted bitch. Whenever people think, "Oh, you don't care about your children." Yes, I do. I care about my children dearly, and I love my children with all my heart. But I'm not going to continue to try and make up for things that were not my fault that I had no control over. And I'm not going to be made to feel guilty about things that happened that I had no control over because of psychotic people that I was raised by and shit like that that had everything to do with what happened. You know, I'm not. And if that makes me a bad person, then so motherfucker, I don't know what else to say. You know? I've tried everything. And I was a good mom. They weren't taken because of anything I did, and they weren't not taken out of my custody. I trusted the wrong people. And that family had a lot to do with it. So people can say whatever the fuck they want about me. I've heard it all. But I do know I was a good mom and I did everything for my kids. And my kids have been lied to. Truth is, I was gonna get my kids back. The caseworker convinced me I wasn't, and it was better to relinquish my rights because they were gonna be terminated. And I believed her. Truth was, if I had not signed my rights over, if I had not signed those papers, I would have gotten my kids back at that next court hearing. That's the truth. I was a good mom. I was a young mom. And I was a naive mom, believed the wrong people, trusted the wrong fucking people. But I was a good mom. was a good one. I would do a lot of differently. There are things I would do differently. I wouldn't have trusted the people I trusted. I wouldn't have tried to make my fucking marriage work. It would be less that I would live. Oh, if we could all go back and do everything differently and do everything over, shit, I would make sure I wasn't taken when I was, however old I was when I was taken. You know? Because I can guarantee you, there's no doubt in my mind that if I had not been taken, if I had been raised by my actual family, I never would have lost my children because I never would have lost my children if I had been raised by my real family. Because things would have been a lot different. And my real family would have never tried stealing my children or stealing my ability to have my children. Nor would I have been put through what I went through in my life. So yeah. Who knows how different my life would have been if I hadn't been taken. Or what it would be like now. You know? So, it is what it is. Well, I can tell you right now, it was a good mom. You know, they say that children can tell if someone is a good person or not. So can animals. That should tell you I'm a good person. I have wild animals, children, animals of all types that are drawn to me. I have a picture of me holding a wild baby mole that came up to me. I just bent down, put my hand down, and it crawled on my hand. It's getting kind of hard to breathe. It hurts. Um, so, hopefully I'll start feeling even better tomorrow. So I have a lot going on in my head right now. Yeah, I've noticed something about myself as of late. When I start talking about, like, if I hadn't been taken in that, I start getting in a different type of mood. But all you want to do is figure out who you are. And can't get any help to do so. Because the only powers these motherfuckers have is they make the rules for everyone in the world. But truth be told, one thing I've learned from watching a documentary because stupidly they think they're just still really a secret. It's a secret that everybody knows about. They're just puppets. All these Illuminati motherfuckers are just puppets to the main members. There's one politician, one person who's in the industry, there's one lawyer, one doctor. There's one person from every career choice that is like the head of the Illuminati. But what the rest of the members that don't understand because they're stupid is they're just puppets to these people. That's all it is. They're all puppets. They're all psychotic puppets. Hello. That's all they are. Psychotic Albert Fish wannabe motherfucking puppets. But too stupid to realize that. That's all it is. That's what you call a cult. The members think that they're important and shit, and they're not. They're not important to the main characters of the group, and some of them don't even know who the main ones are. Quite sad and pathetic, honestly. And if you're wondering where you can find this documentary that I'm talking about that I watched, it's called The World Run by Evil. It's on Pluto. Download the Pluto app, look up A World Run by Evil, watch it. Secret Society. Yeah, and in the beginning of it, it says Illuminati, and right under it, it says Masons. Freemasons. Same fucking people. But see, the Illuminati are just higher ranking than the regular Freemasons. It's the highest ranking you can get before you go to the Illuminati side. The darker side is 33rd degree Mason. That's the highest, and then you go on to moving on to the darker side of it. Much, much darker side. See, there's the Freemasons' little meetings that they have, but then there's other meetings that not all Masons are allowed to go to. Then there's me who knows more about it than, you know. But don't get it twisted, they all know. But they don't know what goes on in those meetings. They strive to know what goes on in those meetings. They strive to be able to go into those meetings. I don't know why anybody would strive to be any part of that shit. But yes, they do know what they're eating when they eat those spaghetti dinners, chili dinners, whatever the fuck they know what meat they use. They're not stupid. The only ones that don't know are some of the ones that prepare it. Which would be the women. Anywho, it's getting harder for me to talk because I hurt to breathe. So, and I'm tired. I'm gonna do some more Lord's lettuce in hopes that I'll not the pain a bit before I go lay down. So, thanks. So until next time, hope you all have a great night, great day. I'm not sure when I'll be live again because clearly, but until next time, I will see y'all later. Take care of yourselves, okay? Be safe out there. See y'all later. Night, guys. Oh, look, we got this one again. Okay, so we're not ending it quite yet. They'll be back. That's the stalker, guys. Just so you're aware. They do the same thing every time. Just the dot with no picture. Or a dot with a black picture. They're always in here. You know that. How many times you've blocked them and they keep making new ones? It doesn't make no damn sense. Yeah, yawning, deep breaths, coughing, sneezing, laughing, uh, moving. Fucking hurts. Yeah, that's when they open their mouth. That's when I'm getting off the live. But it kind of makes you wonder why they wait to say something till I'm getting off live. So I stay live longer? It makes no sense. So here's my thing. They don't like me, right? But they're stalking me. I go get off live, that's when they open their fucking mouths to get me to stay on longer. Why? But they don't like me, right? Right? Look at everything they've been doing the past over 2.5 years, you know. But they don't like me, but they do all this shit. Get others involved in everything. They don't like me. That shit makes sense. Don't block them. I'm intrigued. To my stalker that just joined. You don't like me, at least that's what you say. But you've been stalking me for over 2.5. You've been stalking me this whole time. And you don't say anything until right when I'm getting ready to get off, so I end up being on longer. But you don't like me, right? We're all intrigued. Because that doesn't make sense. Whew. Whew. It doesn't make sense. Why would you stalk somebody that you don't like and just not say a fucking word until right when they're getting ready to get off live to where they stay on longer? But you don't like me, and you say bad shit about me. And you convince all these, your little crew, goonies, whatever, the miserable misfits, that I'm this whatever. So, make it make sense. Because it doesn't. In all actuality, you probably you're obsessed with me. It's not because you don't like me, it's because you love me in your fucking warped mind. Um, you're obsessed. Because if you didn't like me, you wouldn't be obsessed with me, therefore you wouldn't be stalking me. Because it's been almost 3 years since this bullshit's been going on. It's been over 2.5 years. So, why don't you enlighten all of us as to why you're stalking me? I think we're all intrigued and we would all really like to know why you're obsessed and stalking me for over 2.5 years now. At least. See, the person will just sit there and not say a fucking word now. Quite honestly, it's pathetic. It is. Anyways, because the little child that's been stalking me all this time doesn't want to say anything because they have no cojones. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and end this because I have a bit of pain and I need to, like I said, do some more lettuce and before I go to bed because it's going to be. Well, if it was anything like every other time I've laid down, yeah, no, it's not gonna be fun. So, till next time, y'all take care of yourselves. And to the stalker, get a fucking life. You don't have the. You can't say